Sounds of Vota Kellerman, who is amongst a list of artists that's going to be a part of the Nelson Mandela Sports and Culture Day. Now, yesterday, both the Ministers of Arts and Culture and Sports and Recreation announced the artist lineup for the very first ever Nelson Mandela Sports and Culture Day. The concert will include local and international talent and will follow international soccer and rugby friendlies that will have played earlier in the day. All this in honour of Tata Nelson Mandela. From the Department of Arts and Culture, she's in charge of the project. We welcome to studio Ms. Ndebele-Koka and Vota Kellerman as well. Good to have both of you. Thank you very much for being our guests on Morning Live.
Thank you.
So I was overhearing your conversation saying that the demand to be a part of this is massive. I can imagine.
It's massive, and it's very painful to be telling a whole lot of young people wanting to honor Mandela.
Yeah.
But I mean, we only have, so much time. We have about 30 minutes before the first game. We have 20 minutes, the second game, and then the concert. And we had to include, international artists who also wanted to honor Tata Mandela.
Yeah.
So it's been a difficult choice.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
So how did you get to the final list of artists that will be performing?
The criteria basically was cross-cultural, racial, unity. For all intents and purposes, it was unity. So it was unity across young, intergenerational, different kind of genres, different kind of music, racial integration. That was basically the criteria.
Yeah.
And we've got amazing talent in the country.
Yeah, we certainly do.
Yeah.
And we've got one sitting next to you.
Yes,
who's a fantastic
absolutely.
talent, Vota Kellerman, who is part of the lineup. First, congratulations, because I'm sure you must have been very excited to be a part of a lineup like this.
I'm so excited because I wrote 2 pieces for Madiba, and I'm having the opportunity to perform one tomorrow for solo flute only. So a whole stadium of people are going to listen to 4 minutes of flute only, which is going to be pretty exciting for me, and it'll be my tribute
to Mandela. Yeah. And I mean, that's completely different. A flute in the huge F&B stadium.
Yeah, that's going to be something.
It is going to be. I think that's going to be goosebump material.
I'm excited and worried.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't blame you. Nerve-wracking to say the least. Have rehearsals begun? Have you all had the opportunity to sort of get down there and start, or is that something that's starting?
It's starting.
Okay.
It's starting today. I think there'll be rehearsals on Thursday. They're starting to build the stage. Gqina Mhlophe is already, beginning her story that we're going to have a storyline during the day.
Yeah.
So the other artists have started meeting, the cultural program in the morning. And we're hoping, every artist will do a famous Mandela song, like 2 minutes Mandela song.
Yeah.
Yvonne Chaka Chaka, all of the artists.
Who are the artists? Are we talking about the artists, but we haven't named them properly?
We have Toya DeLazy, we have Zahara, we have Vota Kellerman, David Jenkins, First Project, Mafiki Zolo.
Yeah.
You have emerging artists like Naima McLean and AKA.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And Salif, is that correct?
Salif Keita, for sure.
Now we're talking international now. So Salif is part of the lineup. And R. Kelly, is that correct?
R. Kelly gave us a surprise.
Really?
Because
so that wasn't planned. He just
Yeah.
happened to be here at the time that this was happening and said,
We
I want to be
actually
part
have
of
been
it.
trying to get him to, and she said he was saying, I'm leaving, I'm done. But then, yesterday we got a message that he will stay.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's really, it is exciting to have a big international name.
It is exciting.
It just adds that impetus, I suppose, to the
I
event.
mean, so many of them wanted to be here. But,
Yeah.
it's also the cost issue. Because I think it's also about, giving opportunities and development and promotion. So
Yeah.
we have to pay the artists.
Yeah. You do?
Even though some of them are willing to perform for free.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, because it was all going to a good cause.
Yeah.
Vota, I mean, all of this money that is being raised goes to the Nelson Mandela Hospital, the Children's Hospital, because that's the big thing here at the center of it all.
Yeah.
Again, for you, how does that make you feel?
Oh, that's just an amazing to be part of something like that, and for such a good cause. I mean, it just ticks all the boxes. It's just like the Americans say, a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be part of it.
Yeah.
And I just feel very privileged, and I think so do all the other artists.
Yeah, I can imagine. Your song, Mandela, which is on this album, Timeless, that you released at the end of last year. Just tell us a little bit about it. How do you work on it?
This song that I wrote, a flute solo, I tried to paint his life with the colours of the flute. So it starts with him growing up in rural Transkei and spending time with nature, and the song takes you through his life, and I do things like beatboxing on the flute as well to describe the hectic years that he went through.
Yeah.
And so it just was something that's very close to my heart to do.
Oh, I can imagine. It's amazing. How are the ticket sales for the day?
They're going. I'm hoping after the announcement yesterday, they'll move even faster.
Yeah.
I think we 30,000, to go. It's been slow, but hopefully the announcement will create the excitement.
I think a lot of people have been waiting for the lineup.
Yeah.
Even though, you've got a double header. You've got Bafana playing Burkina Faso, and you've got the Springboks taking on Argentina.
Yeah.
And those are two massive events.
And we've got the Masters to entertain also.
And the Masters to entertain, exactly. So this is massive on the sporting front, but now you've got the musical front as well. So, what is the timing of the day? Just talk us through the logistics.
It will start 9:30. We'll have the cultural program with Glinam Shop starting the story with Umoja and Hotela Queens, and then you have the formal program, and then the Masters will play the Italian Masters, and then the announcement and the singing of the national anthem, and then we'll have Bafana playing Burkina Faso. And then shortly after that, we'll have Naima doing a poem. She's done a poem for Mandela.
Yeah.
And then we go into the main rugby thing. And then after the rugby, it will be the concert.
The big concert that'll take place.
So
this is a full day event.
It's a full day event. So
Yeah.
people should come out and spend some time and enjoy themselves.
Yeah. Dedicate your day to this.
Dedicate your day to
most
to
definitely.
Madiba and celebrate him.
Logistics, all of that being sorted out. We're so used to hosting concerts at that venue. I can imagine the transport, the tickets, the everything is all in order.
It's sorted.
Good.
It is. It's getting sorted out.
Yeah. Fantastic. Will it be broadcast? I think that's a question a lot of people want to know about.
Yes. Sports. The sports. And SABC is
fantastic.
Well,
I've actually just been told in my ear, SABC 2.
Yeah.
That's our channel.
Yeah.
That's where we go.
You should have.
Exactly. I should know that, hey? But I'm unfortunately the last one to know all the time. Morning Live will be broadcasting apparently live from the F&B Stadium, and that'll happen on Saturday morning. So our weekend program, looking forward to that. And I'm sure lots of people will get revved up ahead of that and then perhaps even sell tickets on the day. Vosa, well, I know that you have played, you've been doing this for so many years. You've got lots of highlights, I imagine, in your career that have happened over the years. What is something that stood out for you?
Well, probably the biggest highlight was playing at the closing ceremony of the Soccer World Cup in 2010. Wow. That was amazing. 700 million viewers.
That was amazing.
But last year we did a US tour, and I played at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., which was a great highlight for me. We played at Summer Stage in New York and Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. So that whole tour of the US was an amazing experience for me.
Yeah. Oh, that is unbelievable. I remember sitting in the stadium at the closing ceremony of the World Cup, but that was a moment. I think that people, I'm sure you close your eyes to this day and just picture yourself back there performing, because that was just what an incredible occasion.
Incredible, and just to be part of South Africa's big moment. Was, so
let's hope you relive that moment on Saturday. So tickets, CompuTicket, is that the best route to book?
Yes, CompuTicket for sure.
All right, good. Book your tickets, CompuTicket. Just talk us through the ticket prices again.
There are three prices. I think there's 350, 200, 250 and 200, and I hope I stand corrected, because, yeah.
All right, good. Visit CompuTicket, book your tickets. If you're in town, you have to go down there. I think it's going to be one of those occasions that you want to. I mean, having a rugby and soccer match on the same day and then a music concert, that doesn't come around very often, does it? All right, so that's a pleasure talking to both of you. Vosa Kellerman, who's just released his album Timeless. It's in record stores around the country, and he's also part of the lineup. And Miss Ndebele-Koka from the Arts and Culture Department, who is in charge of this particular project. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, let's play into an ad break now.